guys, Aurora Celestian here, and today I am back on my lovely hardcore world. Now, yes, I know it's been a while since I've been here, and I'm sorry about all the Pokemon Infinite Fusion. I've just been really getting into it, and it's got a bit out of hand. So today, I am in the end, in my state-of-the-art Enderman-proof bunker. Obviously, here's my main inventory stuff, just so you know where it is. My objective today is to take down as many of the pillars as I can. I've already got one, which has given me more obsidian than I will ever need in this lifetime. But now I need to take care of the rest of them, and maybe those. Although I could use them for something. So, also, I'm not going to go all the way to the void. So as we see with this one, literally as it gets down to this layer, I'm going to mine the layer here, then cover over it with endstone. I'm not going to give myself too much pain today. I'm going to start with the smaller pillars. I got hops. So, eventually I'm going to bring them all down to the layer, or bring them up to the layer of the portal. So, essentially, anything below this layer is going to be blocked over at some point. I'm going to have to do a lot of work to take care of that. Alright, pillars. You. Okay, I'm out of the range of the haste beacon, so I might not actually choose this one, unless I want to go and relocate my entire beacon. I wonder what happens if I were to put my beacon in the center. Let's go do some science. Ooh, do I actually have an ingot or anything to power it once I break the beacon? That's the important question. No. Alright. Let's go get one. do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sorry. Also, don't worry, I'm not just going to casually show you a new structure and not go into details on it. I mean, you can probably tell what it is. It's another gold farm. This time I decided to update the design a bit, giving additional portals. So instead of just having one row of 20 by 20 portals, I now have 2 rows of 16 by 20 portals, thus expediting the process of Pikmin spawning. And conveniently enough, it's pretty darn close to my entrance to the trail ruins, which is obviously just here. And obviously it's just right next to my base. Whee! The train should be arriving soon. At least it should be. There it is. Yes, I literally did set up a secondary cart on this track just so I could have an automatic train system between here and the Ender portal. I mean, it works. Okay. A weird bit of lag spike there. very unwarranted, Minecraft. I hop out the train, and it goes off again. It'll get there. Or not. Oh well. It is no concern. Okay, now that I've got that, I can tear down my beacon, place it on the center, and hopefully it should affect me to all of the islands. What islands? All of the pillars. Also, you can probably tell why I had the gold farm. Why I made up that gold farm. It was mainly because I was just tired of using iron for all of my beacons. Because you'll notice anytime I've set up a beacon, I've used the mass amounts of iron blocks from my iron farm. Which, don't get me wrong, it's pretty good. But it was getting a bit bland, so I decided I'd set up a gold farm closer to my base that prioritized in making blocks, instead of the one at the pillager outpost region that creates golden carrots for me. Dang it. Fine. Fine. One, two, three, four. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be right. Oh. Obviously, and the reason why I'm not doing any glass on this one is simply because it has no purpose to be glass, as it's literally just here to help me mine the pillars. Get back here, you bugger. Okay, haste to back. Okay, am I in? Yes, okay, I'm in radius of the beacon. So, as you can see, definitely helping to increase the mining speed. But it's still not an instant break, but unfortunately haste 2 is the highest I can go. Well, unless I used commands, but that's cheating, and I don't do that in this world. Yeah, as you can see, I've still got a lot of pillars I have to demolish. And this might take some time. So I'll probably hit this one and that one over there today. Just so like you can see me actually, taking the time, tearing down the pillars. Because if I just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tear down all these pillars, snap, pillars gone, like, then you might be wary about whether or not I did it legit, and I just want you guys to know that anything I do in this world, it is legitimately done. And a lot of scaffolding has been involved in a lot of the farms. Especially that gold farm at the new base. So, the gold farm at the piglin area, that was easy. A good chunk of it is underground, as per my design. But then we have the one at the base, which is above ground. But thankfully, once I had like the main tunnel set up, building the rest of it was easy. And you also might have noticed that on the one at home, at the home base anyway, there's no glass around the outside. And that is for one simple reason. The farm is in the sky. The reason the glass was there was to stop any mobs from walking into the farm. But seeing as there is glass, they physically cannot go into the farm. But with the one at the base, it is literally floating in the sky. And like not even spiders could get up to it. And there's lights on the portals and on the outside edges, so hostile mobs can't spawn on the actual platform itself, meaning there is no physical way for any mob other than a piglin. Okay, a piglin, well, zombie piglin, baby zombie piglin, and a chicken. Because we cannot forget the piglin jockeys. You know, the little baby piglins that ride chickens. Chickens are able to get in because of that one minute singularity. Also, sorry about my voice today, it's still a bit funky. I've got a bit of a cough, as you heard earlier. And it has been a while since I've done any recordings, because I've just been that exhausted after work. I had ended up sleeping through much of the next day. Whilst I didn't exactly do that today, I did just lie in bed for a good chunk of today. So that's why my voice is a bit wibbly wobbly. I'm out of practice, and I'm also tired. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to make money, right? Even if that does mean working at McDonald's. I mean, don't get me wrong, working at McDonald's isn't the worst career line you could possibly choose. But before you go into it, you need to truly know if it's something you can see yourself doing for a long period of time. Because if you can't foresee yourself working at a job like McDonald's for a long period of time, I would recommend trying to find work somewhere else. Because if you want to enjoy the work you do, and feel vindicated in the work you do, it's always best to find a workplace where, you see yourself being there for a while, learning the skills, picking up the trade, doing everything you can to improve in that line of work. Instead of, just begrudgingly going to work every day in a career you don't care about and only doing it for the money. Like, don't get me wrong, that's exactly what I'm doing, but the reason why is because right now I need the money so I can go ahead with my reassignment surgeries and stuff. So at this point, I am willing to do anything to be able to get that money, even if it means working on McDonald's. Which, as I said, it isn't a bad career choice, but if you're gonna work there, you need to, be dedicated to the job, want to actually do well, because if you don't want to do well, you're gonna make mistakes, and if you make too many mistakes, you're gonna get the boot. And then you'll be right back to square one with no job, no money, trying to find something. Which is why I say to find a career you actually enjoy and try and go with that. And obviously, if my channel ever does blow up to a point where I get a considerable income from YouTubing, I will stick with YouTubing. I'll leave McDonald's and then I'll just keep focusing entirely on these videos. Though my videos probably won't blow up until I'm able to get better equipment. So I'm gonna save up one or maybe two of my paychecks to get myself a pretty good gaming PC. That way I have something a little better than my little laptop that should hopefully be able to support everything. I mean, yes, I'm most likely gonna lose a lot of data. I could probably transfer the world file over to the new one. From my laptop over to the new computer when I get it. So it's not impossible. It would just be a pain. And obviously a good chunk of my things are Steam games. Or like Infinite Fusion. Ooh, how are those gonna work? How's Infinite Fusion and another Pokemon fan game I've been playing gonna be affected? Because it saves the data to the internal systems of the computer/laptop, so if I transferred it over, would the file still retain my information? See, that's a good question. That's a question I didn't think of. Well, I'll find out eventually. Also, once I've got to the end of this pillar, I'm going to put a timestamp up just above my head, well, my VTuber head, indicating how long it actually took me to tear down this one singular pillar. Because even though it's not incredibly slow, I am fully aware it has been a while. Which definitely means that I am going to time-lapse the hell out of the next one. Actually, hold on. Let me do a quick... I mean, it might not have been too long, actually. But I'm still going to time-lapse the second pillar just so you guys don't have to endure that again. But also, the main reason why I'm getting the obsidian from here is also because of the fact of I might need a lot of obsidian for part 2 of the project trio that I've been working on. Obviously, yes, right now I'm working on part 3 of the trio. But that's simply because I feel like the end one is going to be a lot easier for me to do than the nether one. For one very, very, very simple reason. The end island is already an island in the sky. I can literally cut out a major issue of the nether one by just doing the end one first. And that's just being the fact that the end is already an island floating above nothingness. So all I have to do is build some sort of castle, like also like terraform the terrain and stuff, but then just build a castle. And then boom, I have an island in the sky for the end. Also, yes, I know it's not really gonna matter, but as I said, the obsidian could really come in handy for the nether one, so... As much obsidian as I can acquire, I will acquire. But up until I get to the, the layer of endstone on the floor. Five stacks and 16. That's actually not too bad. But now I obviously have to just grab a couple bits of endstone just to cover up the hole. Bye-bye. Okay. This one. Alright, going up. And landed. Obviously, yep, I'm going to gather up all the iron bars. Oh great, not again. if you notice, I decided to take down the the second pillar that had the iron bars on them. Simply because I just wanted to take that one out as well. Okay, where are these damn endermen? I seem to have spooked the neighbors. And this is why the anti-enderman bunker exists. Bruh. So far, that's how much I've got from the 3 small pillars. Sorry, I'm still a bit sleepy. Yeah, this is from the 3 small pillars. And I will say, for my shulker, this one, I did technically start filling it before I respawned the dragon. So that was before whichever pillar I had previously destroyed, right down to the bedrock. Well, right down to the bottom of it. That was before that one respawned, that I started filling up this one. So that's how I have so much obsidian in here, whilst getting so... It's not little amount, but while still getting a pretty small level of obsidian from the others. I'm not... I don't want to go from time-lapse straight into finishing. Especially considering when the time-lapse will most likely be around the 25th minute. Or it will end, probably. I don't know. Depends on how quick I can make the time-lapse. I want to try and get as much work done for this as I can. So let's see how much terraforming I can do in the meantime. Blocks are technically alive. And you might be thinking, Aurora, you're crazy. Well, I'll prove it to you. See that blue line? It's a line of sight. You can see it on the Enderman. Can't see it on myself, but you can see it on the Enderman. Where their head turns, that blue bar follows. It's their line of sight. It's what they see. And if we look carefully at the block, it has a line of sight too. Meaning the block can see what's happening to it. It can feel what's happening to it. It just can't, cry about it. And if you want any more proof, just look at that Enderman right there. You can see... Hold on a second. Sorry about that. But you can see where the red bar indicates the main head of the Enderman, but the blue bar itself... Well, the red represents the eye level. The blue bar represents the line of sight. As you can see, it's literally directly in between the eyes of the Enderman. So yeah, blocks are alive, and they can see you and feel what you do to them. Choke on it, vegans. Because it's not just blocks like this. Like, my golden carrot, a vegetable, covered in gold, has a line of sight. My sword has a line of sight. Every block has a line of sight, meaning every block is alive. Meaning all those melons, pumpkins, wheat, carrots, apples, potatoes, all that farming, they're alive. Like, everything in this chest, it's alive. Everything in the shulkers are alive. The compasses, somehow, despite being made out of redstone and iron, are alive. Because that's just how Minecraft works. Anyway, I'm going to go to take this episode out. Yep, 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 yep. See if I can get all 3. Yes, I can! Yay! Okay, that's where I'm going to end the episode off here today. If you did enjoy, please if you could consider dropping a like and subscribing, it would really mean a lot to me. And if you have any ideas for other builds or anything you'd like to see me do here, please do drop a comment down below. And as always, Aurora Celestian, signing out.